Well, I got to about here, and then I heard behind me.
Yeah, it really does actually. Something just knocked on that window up there. It's freezing on here. That's the alarm. James.
Apparitions of soldiers, disembodied voices and ghostly footsteps are just a few of the many things that visitors to the Harwich Redoubt Fort have experienced over the years. Originally constructed in the early 1800s in response to an impending Napoleonic invasion, the fort was once again called upon for military use during the Second World War and was subsequently used by the civil defence. With over 200 years of history, many people believe that the former personnel at this fort are still performing their duties to this very day. Built between the years of 1808 and 1810, Harwich Redoubt Fort in Essex was constructed to protect the port of Harwich from a Napoleonic invasion. The circular fort was armed with 10 24-pounder cannons and was able to accommodate a significant number of soldiers with food and stores in the event of a long siege. As the years passed, the fort was adapted many times to accommodate newer and bigger state-of-the-art weaponry, such as the 68-pounder cannons that were fitted in 1862. Despite the fact that the fort was constantly updated and improved to house the latest technology of warfare, not a single shot was ever fired in battle due to the failure of the Napoleonic invasion. A local legend says that French prisoners of war were forced to help with the initial construction of the fort, which is certainly plausible. However, there's no hard facts to back this up, so I think it'll be really interesting if we could maybe record any French-speaking voices on our audio equipment tonight. In the years after the Napoleonic War, the fort was left to decay until it was briefly used as a detention centre during World War II, where it primarily held British troops awaiting their trial. In 1969, after many years of neglect, restoration work was carried out, and today the fort is owned by the Harwich Society and is open to the public as a museum. Since its restoration work and reopening to the public, the site has become a hotbed for paranormal activity. Visitors and staff alike have heard the sound of ghostly footsteps walking around various parts of the fort. Figures are regularly witnessed through windows, and upon entering the rooms, nobody is to be found. Many people also report being touched by unseen hands as they explore the fort. Maybe the most famous ghost said to haunt here is that of a soldier who was allegedly decapitated by a cable attached to a 12-ton cannon that snapped due to the strain. It's said that he can be seen walking within the grounds of the fort, clutching his severed head under his arm. As night drew in and darkness fell, we prepared our equipment for our nighttime investigation. We decided to begin in the former hospital room, which is today used as a workshop by the volunteers at the fort.
So again,
What?
I feel that creepy vibe in here.
Yeah, with it being dark, it does.
Ow! That was me.
It is a bit weird, isn't it? I suppose you get lots of visitors to this fort, and we've come here today. See if there's anybody still here, any soldiers? Or anybody living here. My name's Luke.
My name's Sophie.
What?
What?
That was weird, that sounded like a full-on footstep with like shuffling trousers. Outside? No, like there somewhere. My name's Luke. My name's Luke.
My name's Sophie.
It sounded like with the shuffle. Yeah.
Like that.
Did you just walk into this room? That was really weird. I don't know if the camera would pick it up. Hopefully.
Could the shuffling sound that we just heard be one of the former soldiers coming to check us out upon our introduction? After a promising start, we decided to move out into the main courtyard area in hopes of experiencing more activity.
Just remember heads and steps.
Oh yeah. You see what I mean about there being so many different points along the wall where there could be someone looking out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep scanning across whenever we walk out here just to see if there's anyone in any of the doorways.
That's what I keep thinking. The doorways is what I keep focusing.
Because they've always been there since this place was built. So if there's any place that people have always walked, it's going to be in and out of doorways.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the artillery room.
Is this one with the plane wreckage? Oh no, it's one with the school deck. But they're not actually from here.
No.
School deck.
Is there anybody in here? Are we allowed in this room?
Ooh.
What?
This feels weird in here.
Hey, this was a room that you weren't allowed in.
Yeah, this room
That's
is really
exactly
strange.
what it feels like. It feels like it shouldn't be in here.
You alright with us being in this room? So if we're not allowed in here, you're going to have to tell us. It's where you used to store the artillery.
Really?
What's that?
What?
Sounds like moaning.
It's just like someone coughed, like a...
Yeah.
I thought I heard that come from out there. I wasn't sure if it was cars.
No, I thought that was... sounded like it was in here because it echoed. Not in this particular room, but it sounded like it was inside somewhere.
I heard it.
Although the voice sounded like it originated from inside a building due to the echo, we can't be certain of its true origin due to potential noise pollution from the nearby town and docks. It was after this that we decided to head upstairs to explore the higher levels of the fort.
That's weird. I don't know if it's just the stairs, but I'm feeling really weird up here.
As soon as you walk through, it's just like this strange atmosphere up the top here.
Like, my heart rate suddenly jumps really high. And that wasn't a lot of stairs, but...
Well, exactly
Like
the
that
same,
atmo-
but I think it might be due to the stairs.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was up here where there was a soldier decapitated.
So when
Yeah.
there was some decapitated.
There was a soldier who was trying to... I think he was either lifting or trying to fasten a cannon, and the rope snapped and decapitated him.
Really?
And he's one of the...
Can there.
He's one of the ghosts said to haunt up here. People have seen him walking about,
Headless, I assume.
holding his head.
Really?
Yeah, if you've got a rope attached to that and it snaps, you're not going to come off well.
Yeah, that could easily take my head off.
After a while, we all wandered off in different directions, with Sophie heading downstairs, and it was then that something rather strange happened. Yeah. Yeah. Did you start going downstairs?
No?
Sophie said someone was following her down the stairs.
I heard someone going down the stairs. I thought it was Sophie.
She's downstairs now.
Sophie!
She's just coming up.
Literally. So I got to about here, and then I heard behind me, and I thought it was either you or
No,
James.
you didn't start coming down at all, did you?
No, I was up here, and I could hear walking down there for ages, and I turned around and your light was over.
I was completely out of the question because I was right over the other side.
you were all over there.
But literally, I'd come about here, and it was literally there. I thought
Right behind you?
Right behind me.
No, we stayed up. We didn't come down here at all.
It's fucking weird here.
What, in this area?
It's just weird, this whole place.
Oh my god, that's even weirder then.
What?
Because when I was at the top and I could hear walking down,
Yeah.
and turned around and saw Sophie's light was over there, you must have already come down here, round and gone out. Like it wasn't even, I was thinking the stairs come out into there.
Do you reckon you got the footsteps on camera?
I mean, like, yeah, well, I was at the top filming.
Yeah, because your light won't be pointing around.
Because I
kept hearing you walking down, and so I was like, it like sounds like you're taking
I came through and I was doing all this, making sure none of the mannequins
Yeah.
moved, literally, and then I was pointing out.
But there's not a torch beam out there, it's just flickers of light, and I saw a torch beam.
I saw that, but look what Sophie's doing now on the wall.
Which you only can replicate if you actually step outside of the door.
So this is one of the rooms that they reckon that have got quite a bit of activity.
Was that you?
Where's the door? Yeah, I don't know.
Sounded like...
It was deeper.
Yeah, no. It was 2 knocks, wasn't it? But that was neither of you. It sounded like someone went knock knock.
I thought it was a...
Come in.
Like a... I can't even do it.
What about if you... No, I've got... What about if it was...
It was a bit like that, actually.
Do it with your knuckle instead of your... That's what it was. Someone's knocking on the door.
Do you think that's what it was?
Somebody's ringing the bell.
I don't know.
I from standing there, it sounded to me like it was that straining on the latch.
Yeah.
Like it was that.
Possibly.
I don't know. But I mean, the entire, like. The
It's
wind
not
would
moved
have to be-
since. Well, how big would the draft have to be?
I mean, even that's taking some going.
But it sounded quite distinct because I thought one of you two had come in and knocked on the boat or something, and I was just about to turn around and say, should be touching.
Hands off the boat.
Who's that? What hello?
What was that?
The window?
What was that?
Sounded like a knock on the window.
That wasn't there. That was...
That's definitely the door. It's definitely
Lee, knock on the frame. On the frame.
that. It was like...
Sort of. It sounded more like it was like banging against it. Come back in here and see if we can do it again.
Are you making noises around here? Could you knock on something again, please? We were unable to conclude what, or maybe who, was creating the knocking sounds, so to continue our investigation, we decided to set up some locked-off night vision cameras.
one of which was positioned on the staircase along with an alarmed motion sensor, and another in the room we'd just come from. And it was on this camera that nearly 7 minutes after recording we picked up 2 strange sounds. We know that these sounds weren't caused by us, as we were over the other side of the fort at the time, and at no other point during the 5-hour recording were our sounds heard on the camera whilst we were over there.
That's the one. What?
Mannequins with a bloody vodka playing cards with a small child in a weird gas mask.
Oh my god.
That's a baby gas mask.
Yeah.
His hands come. Oh wait, there's 2 of them. Closing this door here.
Yeah, this feels a bit weirder in here.
Yeah, it already does actually.
What? What?
Something just knocked on that window up back there.
Did it?
Really?
I saw it move. This feels a bit weirder in here.
Yeah, it already does actually. Yeah, it already does actually.
Hello?
What do you mean you saw it move? Like the actual...
The glass shook, man. It went...
Really? Did you film it?
Yeah. Is there someone in here with us? Are you trying to get our attention?
It's really weird in here. Like, I haven't felt the chills really that much all night, but in here I can feel the
Yeah.
start.
Do you want to shut that door?
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know, it was almost like a distraction sort of thing to not shut that door.
Just watch the stage toys. And it is. Whoa. Oh my god, I got like cold drafts from that way, huge chills. That's the first time I felt like chills all night. It's like ice. It's freezing cold here.
Doors open.
I walked into it though. And it was cold. It's feeling cold on this side.
I mean, there's a draft going through from there to there.
Yeah, but I've like just felt this.
Who's in here with us? Are you a soldier?
Weird vibes in here now. Like this is the most active it's felt all night.
No, it's an atmosphere in here for sure. Who are you? We know there is someone here in this room and in this fort. What was that?
Something went in front of the door.
Move your infrared like.
No, the noise.
Something definitely just fucking walks that way.
Outside?
Yeah, a black shadow. That's why I thought it was the.
No, it
reflecting off-
doesn't let off any light.
That door moved, and something moved in front of the light. Like the torch dipped out there behind me.
You know you're here, why won't you let us see you? We keep catching you walking by, we keep hearing you walking, but we can't see you. Can you show yourself, please?
second, just go first outside the door. I swear to fucking God.
You go, I'll grab the KT.
I'm still getting like rolling chill. Steps outside. Which way did it go?
This way. Literally just like that, and then it stopped.
Who's out here?
Maybe it was a trick, maybe they're trying to get us out of that room.
That door just
Honestly, that's the like impression I've got the entire time I've been in there. It's been trying to like do things to get us out of that room.
Upon re-entering the room, the atmosphere seemed to have lifted, and we experienced no other strange events, leading us to believe that whoever we were in the presence of earlier had left. We then headed out for another walk around the fort, and it was there that the strangest event of the night awaited us.
This is the room that, was supposed to be, you weren't allowed in.
Yeah. That's the alarm. James.
What?
That's the alarm.
Yeah,
the
which
steps.
one?
The steps.
On the steps?
On the stairs.
Upstairs?
How do we get there?
No. It sounds like it's come from over here.
Yeah, it's this room.
Exit's there.
There.
Fuck, where's that coming from?
James. This one. No, you're right. It's this one. Oh, it can't be. It's not this one. I think that camera battery's died though. Fuck. Sophie, you alright? That camera battery's died, so we've not recorded whatever it was.
Unless something turned.
No.
Oh.
Should have put another battery in it.
Unfortunately, the battery on the camera recording the staircase had died, so we returned to base and brought back another camera in hopes of recording whatever had set off the motion sensors.
Right. Oh, how are you going to get out? My legs. Oh yeah, that's set.
What?
Shouting outside.
Right, just to demonstrate, to break it, you have to do that.
So something actually has to go in front of where those two are.
I'm shaking because I'm sort of, I just don't know what to think. That's it. I'm not even mucking about.
Lean against the wall more. So it's...
Maybe if I reset that. I don't know.
Why are you afraid to go off again? Comedy gold. What?
Why is he doing it?
Yeah, it's not even moving or anything.
You hitting the wrong button. It's like test alarm or something. If you actually turn them on though.
Yeah.
that. Maybe change the batteries and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah. I think maybe it's batteries. I need a screwdriver. Yeah, I've got one in the case. Okay.
Oh, we should go down that way. It's closer to the room.
It has that noise stuck in my head.
How do I switch this to normal mode instead of night vision?
On the left side, it's like it says night shot.
So that's the old batteries, yeah?
That's the old batteries, yeah. What the fuck is working? That's the old batteries were. So it's they're definitely both on. Yeah, they're both on.
Put your hand through it now.
Yeah. Well, just give it a couple of minutes, just so it's been on long enough. And the old batteries were Duracell, and the new ones I was going to put in a Duracell Plus.
Yeah.
So, right, so that's.
So it's something on the stairs.
So it's something on the stairs that's causing that. Man, that made. When we was walking down, we were saying, "Oh, I bet it's the batteries."
Do it one more test. But like move them further apart. How far down on the stairs?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it even weirder.
And I was thinking when they were on the stairs, like there was a couple of times you would set them up and they'd be like rocking because it's uneven.
Yeah.
But then there was times you put them on and they're like dead still.
Well, that wouldn't explain anyway why they stood there for a few seconds before going off. So there's a couple of times they was there for about 10 seconds and they went off. The rocking wouldn't explain that.
Open this door, stick them in the doorway here and see if they go off. Because there's wind going through this doorway all the time. Yeah, there's like a breeze coming through.
See? It's on that staircase, something was mucking about with them.
Fact.
Proof again.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's got to be the staircase.
That's one of our weirdest things we've done.
Should we get back up there?
Yeah.
Once we returned to the staircase, we set the motion sensors back up and brought along a K2 and tri-field meter to try and measure any fluctuations in EMF on the staircase.
Alright, so that's very weird, it's not getting anything now. Did that just do a massive spike?
Yeah, and the K2 went.
Did it? Have you got your phone?
No.
Is there someone here on this staircase with us? Were you messing around with our equipment earlier? Are you still on night vision or you turned
No.
You turned it to normal?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's really weird. Are the steps outside?
Sounded like someone ran outside. Was running outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard it.
I heard like...
Like someone just ran past.
Yeah.
Can you make the lights on the box next to it go on? It's a grey box with a green light. Can you try and interact with that, please?
That's really weird. What was that?
That was something down there.
Yeah. Really weird. Really weird.
Hello?
It's not doing those drops.
No.
Which is strange.
Right, shall we leave it as it is?
Yeah. How are you just going to step over that?
Oh, I'm a big boy.
Huh?
I'm a big boy, I can make your leave. This is where the alarms was looking set off.
I'm just going to check there. Again, that proves how strange it was earlier, that with the whole alarm situation.
Oh, God.
You mean like that? Yeah. How? How?
Are you mucking about with us?
Just as we're about to leave.
You're doing a very good job of it.
That's what it's doing. It's going, oh, you going to go, are ya? Might as well just, play a trick.
Do you think how long we were in that other room and it kept dragging us out of that room?
It's just getting stranger and stranger.
I said earlier on, I was like, is there someone else you want us to go?
Yeah.
That's picking up. No, I just heard moving down there. Something just moved down behind you. What the... What is
Honestly, I'm so shook. I'm like, this is insane.
Try reset them again.
Yeah. What's going to happen if they start malfunctioning again? It's almost like...
But are they malfunctioning?
I don't think it is malfunctioning.
No, they're not. I think
because you set them down and they were absolutely fine for ages, and then as we were about to leave, they kicked off again.
Yeah. They set off as you moved away from them.
As I mentioned it. Again, that proves how strange it was earlier, that with the whole alarm situation. I walked down there and I said, that makes it even weirder. Then it went off. Well, at least someone's got a sense of humour around here.
Oh.
Right,
Right, what do you want to do then? Do you want to set them up and go, or do you want to set them up?
I think if we set them up, stand up the top there,
Yeah.
wait and
Be
listen.
far
I'm
away.
interested as well if that camera picks up any K2 spike when those triggered.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Right, let's... What?
There's just something down there.
We're moving.
Yeah.
You film it with your camera.
What am I doing?
Well, what happens?
No, it's the same noise as before, just like some shuffles.
Yeah, that's what happened. Of all the places in this entire giant area, it's this one well-lit staircase.
That's what it is. I'm going to just check the camera's recording in the right area.
Do you want me to go back into night?
Yeah, I might as well. It's like strange as well that it's like not malicious, it is literally like a comical.
Yeah.
I think earlier on, when like all those times that you were crouched down setting it up, and then it was like, and it sets off.
Yeah.
I was saying to Sophie, I was like, it's like slapstick.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now it's like the perfect comedic timing for that to set off, and it goes off every single time.
Even to the point then of right, okay, I'm just going to check this camera's all right. Literally leave there, aim the camera, and then it goes
immediately.
off.
And now look.
Yeah. And it's obviously not the fact that we're around it that's setting it off, because didn't do it all that time we were down there then.
Yeah. And it set off initially when we were down there.
And obviously we've got the test situation of doing it in the base camp.
Yeah, that is. That's so...
I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I'm so freaked out right now.
So am I. Well, am I not? I am, because it keeps making me jump.
We monitored the staircase for a while longer, and the motion sensors continued to alarm throughout the rest of the night for no apparent reason. Upon returning home, I tested the sensors rigorously, but they functioned perfectly without fault every single time, meaning it had to be something on the staircase that was triggering them. After reviewing our 4 locked off cameras, we didn't pick up anything else unusual. However, we all had to agree that our visit to the fort had been extremely eventful, and it's definitely somewhere that we aim to return to in the future.